Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing a video that actually covers 8 different Lihit Lab pen cases. So these 8 different styles, I'll be walking you through what all fits in them. Hopefully from this video you'll be able to tell which one would be most appropriate for your usage. And I'll also be showing you the different variations the pen cases come in. So, as always, leave me questions below and I will try to answer all the questions you have. So we are going to start with these two, and I brought both of these out so you could see the size difference next to each other. So this is the Lihit Labs box pen case in small and large. Let's start with the small. They both have this nice handle at the top, pull handle. So if you have it in your book bag or your tote bag or whatever, real easy to just pull it out by that handle. Opening up the small one, you have this one main compartment where your pens can be loose here. Now, you can have more than 12 pens in this case. So just so you kind of understand size-wise here, I have currently 12 pens of various sizes in here, various thicknesses. Still plenty of room for more. Definitely if you have really long pens, you'd probably want to, like the longer brush pens, you'd probably want to consider the large size, and I'll show you how those fit in there too. But in addition to this one large compartment here, you have this nice zipper compartment, which I have put some paper clips and some erasers, just some miscellaneous things in here. It actually is long enough to hold pens as well. So you could definitely put pens in that middle compartment. And then you also get 2 slip compartments. So in the slip compartments, you could put Post-it note type things like I have done here. This was just set up for the purposes of the video. Full disclosure. You could have this whole little notepad back here, but you could also store pens in here as well. So it's a really versatile pen case, really. Quite impressed with it, especially for its compact size. You can have a whole lot going on in here. I really like it. I think this coral pink color it comes in is really pretty. It's not a bright orange. It really is really kind of a true coral. And I will show you the other options for this small size. So actually the small and large have the same color. The small and large sizes have the same color options. So there's this coral pink, this green. This is what they look like in the package. Pretty, they call this emerald green. It's a really, you can see, really pretty green color. Comes in sky blue, a navy, and they call this charcoal gray. It's quite black. Okay, so those are your color options for the box pen case in the small size and in the large size. But let's look and see the difference between the small and large size here so you get an idea of which one would be better for you if you like this. So opening up the large one here, it's going to be essentially the same design, but you have a much longer compartment. So here I have some very long brush pens that obviously fit in here no problem. It's wider, so you can definitely fit more pens in it. I have over 20 in here. I've also put a little stamp just to show you kind of like how much extra stuff you can get in here with this extra length. This case in the middle is of course also going to be longer. I'm showing it here with some correction tape, some Stylogy page flags, and of course you could put even long pins in that middle. And then you've got your two slip pockets on the inside of the cover, and they are of course bigger / longer. I'm holding some E-clips here and a little letter set here. But again, you could totally be putting pins in here if you wanted. So that just kind of shows you the size difference between these two. Really, really cool pen cases in my opinion. So these are great. And now we will go on to another style. So the other style we're going to talk about next is the flat type and the flat type wide. So let's, okay, so here we have the flat type and I'm showing it in orange, and here we have the flat type wide, which I have in black, which looks a lot like what they call charcoal gray, so I don't know. But anyway, so you've got the slip pocket on the outside. And when you open this one, you can see you can fit 7 on each side, 7 pens pretty comfortably. So for a total of 14 pens in the regular size one. This is like a little mesh pocket that you could fit some things in. There's 3 mesh slip pockets here. Here I'm showing some paper clips, but you could put, you know, lead here, just whatever your needs were, business cards. And then your pens are not rattling around in this style, and also it lays open. It's quite nice. Due to the length, you could choose to do like paint brushes or brush pens in these. You'd start to cover these mesh pockets if you did that, but that would certainly be an option. So that's that smaller size. And then or I guess they consider this the standard size. Now the one they call wide, which is quite a bit wider, especially when you open it up, it can fit 22. So instead of 11 on each side, you can get, instead of 7 on each side, you can get 11 on each side. I think this actually will show up nicely. You can kind of see that size difference. Let me show you opened how much wider this one is. So let's go back like this. And then you get a whole extra slip pocket then with this wider one. So that's kind of fun. I think the nanos look really pretty in there, don't they? And the Sakura ball sign. All right, so again, you can get 22 pens nicely tucked in here, plus accessories, and then 14 in this size. So let me show you the color options those come in. And just like in this regular size one here, the wider one also has that slip pocket that you can use in the front. So maybe you want your more accessible pens to be actually in the front so that you don't even have to open it, if that makes sense. So you can get both of these in the orange, black, the navy. This is what the packaging looks like for that one. And the yellow-green. Did I miss any colors here? No. Comes in these 4 colors. Okay, So that is the flat type and flat type wide. Pretty simple. Now let's go on to the book type. Those get a little bit more complicated. Okay, here we go. 3 different sizes of book type, and I've got 3 set up for you. It was a lot of work setting up these different cases, and by the end I was like sick of it. Okay. All right, so let's start with the one they call single. So this is the kind of original book type. They call it single because it has a single page, shall we say, inside of it. So you've got these slit pockets on the outside. And then you have places to put 9 pens in various different sections. So you've got the back of the front cover here, and this can lay open flat. You've got this page, and this side of the page you can easily hold 9 pens, and then on this side you can put accessories like paper clips, lead, you know, various different page flags would fit nicely in here. And then on your back cover you could have another 9. So this book type single, you know, holds easily 27 pens for you. And if you set it up like this, your pens aren't going to rattle around. Now you could actually get more pens in here if you didn't necessarily, you know, feel like you needed to just use these kind of like pen holders as they were designed. But just to give you an idea, easily you can have 27 pens in here nicely without them rattling around. More if you were cool with having loose pens in there. So that is your single option. Now actually let me do colors before I go on to the double. So the single option has one more color available than the double does, because the single has this brown. I actually would call it more of like a, I don't know how it's coming up on camera. It's a little khaki-ish, but they call it brown, so we'll call it brown. So this brown is available, and then of course the yellow-green, they're calling this black or charcoal gray. Black, and then where's my navy and orange? Hold on. And then we've got the orange, and this is what the packaging looks like. And, sorry, okay, and the navy. I like that red with the navy, it's pretty. All right, so those are your, let's see, green, yellow, wait, brown, yellow, green, black. 5 color options for the single. And then what happens with the book type double is you have basically the same setup. You've got these slit pockets. This part is going to be the exact same as your single, okay? I guess it's not technically the exact same. Let me show you. So this part is the same. This part is the same, although here I put like a little notepad situation just so you can kind of see that option there. And then if you turn this, you have more pen slots rather than these accessory slots and the mesh, because they gave you your mesh on the back here. They kind of changed around where they're giving you the features. So they put on the very back pocket this layout here. So you still get this same layout. I have it set up kind of differently here. I'm showing you how you can store friction stuff in there. But so this back pocket gives you the mesh kind of set up where you could have 9 pens here, accessories, and then you instead of just having the one extra 9, you actually get a couple more. So that is to say, in this one, easily you could have 9 times 3, see? So you could have 27 pens. Whereas in this one, you could easily have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 times 5, so 45 pens. Which is why they call it the book double. Okay, so now I know it's going to get even more wild. So this book double comes in the same colors as the book single, except not the brown, right? The brown is only available in the single. Okay, now let's talk about the triple. So basically, you've got that same mesh thing going on in the back. So that was the same as here, right? And you've got the same slip pockets on the cover. You're gonna have that same internal space where you can get 9 pens in each of these sides. And you're gonna have an additional front with the ability to hold 18 more pens. So you can get a total of 63 in the triple because you've got 9 times 7 places to put the pens, basically. So really kind of just depends on how many pens you want to be able to corral into a pen case in such a way that they're not necessarily flopping around. But again, of course, you don't have to use the pen slots, and you could shove like even more pens in there if you were cool with them being loose and everything. But I think probably there's a lot of people out there that would just really appreciate the organized kind of fashion of them. Just being, rather than being loose, it's kind of, you can like see them laid out. So the final thing to say about this trio here is that the triple, they only make it in black. So your color options do get super limited when you get that largest triple size. Okay, so we have discussed 7 different pen cases. We've got 1 left. All right, finally, this is a fun one. This is the Silicone, it's called the Altna Tray style pen case. So let me see if I can explain this. So this is, of course, made out of silicone. It's actually quite pretty. I really like the olivey yarn color here. It also comes in black and navy. So you've got olive, black, and navy. This is what it looks like in the package. And it's a pretty simple pen case, but I want to show you a couple things about it. So first of all, this can fit more than a dozen pens easily. And they gave you some guide stopper nubs here. The idea being you can stop the zipper there, and then you've got like a cone style that fits in your hand and nothing's falling out, flopping onto the floor. But you can also open it all the way up and have a tray style pen case. So that's pretty cool that you have those different options. But, quite a simple pen case. When you do open it all the way up, so it's like if you are just going to the nub, it's very easy to zip back up. If you do open it all the way up, I find you kind of gotta, it's a little like awkward to zip it back up because you need to hold this end while you're trying like not to spill the pens out. So I will say that about it. And because it is silicone, it's gonna pick up things like dog hair and stuff. So it's got some pros and cons to it for sure. It feels so soft and awesome, and just, it would be really nice and compact for your bag. So those are things about it that I really like. All right, so those are 8 different Lihit Lab pen cases. Again, please let me know if you have any questions below. I'll try to answer whatever I can. And yeah, go check out these pen cases that we just launched this week. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.